Have the macro lows been confirmed? I think so! Are we back to seeing gothy green candles in our faces every day? Sure as hell looks like it, everybody. Welcome back to the Blackfire Technical Analysis YouTube channel. I am your host, Crypto Bro, also known as Brian. Hope everyone's Christmas and or other different holidays was spectacular. I hope everyone had their full of delicious food, had their fill of awesome family time and friend time. I'm hoping everybody's happy, healthy, and content with existence right now. I do apologize for last week's rigmarole. I was not motivated last week, but I had some time to reflect. I had some time to be in my emotions, and now I am back, and I am more excited as ever. When there's money to be made, ladies and gentlemen, there is money to be made. I do not have time to be bullshitting, so getting through some bullshit, and now I want to work. I'm back at it. I have 10 days off for vacation. Kind of in the midst of my vacation. I did promise you guys I'd be getting some earlier streams going. Here we are, 6 p.m. This is I'd like to do it earlier, but spending time with my wife before she goes to work, and 6 p.m. I think is a very, very, very juicy hour to get this market information out. At the end of the day, anytime, in my opinion, is a good time to analyze. So, anybody new that's coming through the channel, thanks for being here. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tick that little bell. Anybody that's currently with the channel and with the community, thank you. New Year's is on its way, which means we get to go through yet another whole 365 days of price action after the new year. I am very excited to see what 2022 brings to the table as far as trading is concerned. Looking to make some big money moves, getting ready to drop a big load and start trading some traditional markets, as I am kind of figuring out what I want to do with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. The way I want to trade cryptocurrencies seeming a little less likely as I keep going, but it is what it is. Trading is trading. Here we are. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Doesn't look like I got any requests in the comment section today. That's kind of unfortunate, but that just means we're gonna have a little bit of a shorter stream. I think I'm gonna throw in a couple of other stocks that I want to look at. For a friend of mine, just in case he decides to watch this later on. And the normal game plan, that's what we're going to stick with. All right, NASDAQ. Could be the macro low that we've been waiting for quite some time. Again, seeing this different reaction here. Technically seeing a little bit of a lower low or an equal low, lower low, slightly lower low confirming here on NASDAQ on the 20th of December here, yeah, and then boom, major reaction, nice follow through after the break and confirmation above the 21 exponential here. Again, as you guys already know, this is the main source of edge that I utilize in my trading techniques. Again, the 21 exponential moving average strategy on the daily time frame here has a very, very, very good success rate, and we do have follow through here. We got confirmation on the 22nd here, and today we are seeing that follow through here, break tentative resistance. Now the thing is, I want to see this resistance confirm as new tentative support. If that condition is met, I'll have no choice. But to look for extension towards the 272 once again, right around $17,300, give or take, 10 or 15 bucks here or there. Again, I'm not looking for it to perfectly reach that target, smack it exactly. I'm just looking for price action to start moving towards that region. I would expect a little bit of pressure here, a little bit of selling pressure here upon seeing price action reach this region. Again, if confirmed, again, anytime we see major Fibonacci extension levels being met, I classify that as a target being met, and I'll start looking for tentative resistance. Now I could be wrong on that; it could just blow right through it and start heading to the 2.414 here. But again, too far ahead is too far ahead. I'm looking for the first target all the way up here, and again, it's blue skies up until this region, especially if we confirm new all-time highs tomorrow. That would be very confident inducing, in my opinion, for price action to extend towards that $17,300 target here. RSI playing through, confirming new highs. This could be the base low that we've been looking for. We do have a little bit of a structure forming, not too big, but enough for me to say, hey, this has a little bit of relevancy here. it depends on where you want to put it. I would use this region as tentative support. Again, anytime I see price action reach new Fibonacci extensions, I am going to be looking for some kind of sell pressure. While it may not happen or play out that way, it is something to prepare for. Again, if your plan is to fail, ladies and gentlemen, if you fail to plan, your overall plan is to fail here. So I'm playing many different avenues. I'm planning many different avenues for many different assets that I'm looking at here. And for NASDAQ, 2 points. Not really, much, right? Not really strength, if that makes any sense. But it is something. It is something in formulation here that is to be considered, in my opinion. Looking at stochastics now, same thing. We have a little bit of an uptrend structure here in formation. But the most important thing that I'm looking at for this is the fact that we reacted off the 50 read here. Not only from a stochastics perspective, but the RSI as well. Yeah, we did see a little bit of a divvy below, but overall, we got support. We came back up. We curled back up. Exponential is very positive. Stochastics is very positive. This is a show of momentous support on the 50 read here for both NASDAQ, both for RSI and stochastics. I do apologize. I'm getting my words jumbled up. I'm trying to get back into the flow of things, ladies and gentlemen. I am a little bit rusty. I took some time off last week. Coming back into it, trying to remain as confident as ever. Obviously, I've been paying attention to the market. In my emotional turmoil, I ended up taking a trade on Bitcoin, but haven't been feeling it, but I'm feeling it now. I think that's kind of gonna do it for NASDAQ. Unless we see closures back below the breakout point again, which is not confirmed as new support just yet. Any closure below 16,430 here, I will look for a tentative backtest of the 21 exponential right around 16,130-ish. Again, give or take a few bucks here. And ultimately, the main disposition to the downside. Any candle closure below the 21, I'm going to be looking for the lows to get tested once again, right around 15,007. And obviously below that region here would be a confirmed change of behavior. And I would be looking for this diagonal trend line to the downside once again, right around 15,315. But if we see a change of behavior here, it likely goes lower than that, but just a couple of targets just in case, planned in the back of my mind, just in case this doesn't play out the way that I'm expecting. Again, I have my own personal bias. I do have my personal opinions of where I think this is going, but at the end of the day, my opinion doesn't matter. My bias doesn't matter. My thought process doesn't matter. What really matters at the end of the day are the technicals, and whatever the technicals tell me is how I'm going to play these trades. Forever. So that's going to do it for NASDAQ here. I think SPY futures did confirm new all-time highs. Yes, indeed. I'm going to be looking for extension. Yeah, towards the one spot 272, right around 48.30 here. Very, very, very explosive. This one breaking the all-time high resistance here on the 22nd. Boom, confirming new tentative support and extension would follow through today. I'm very bullish here. And what I really like about this one here, let me go ahead and mark it off here. Boom. You got your stochastics here. Again, just because you see a divvy below does not make it confirmed, right? Doesn't mean it's actually broken. And we got a perfect example of that right here. Nice little break below the bullish control zone. Just kidding. Support. I would classify this as being supported at the bottom side of the bullish control zone here. This is a very, very, very juicy signal that makes me think continuation is the likely outcome for this one. Not only that, but again, bounce off the 50 read here, back above the exponential, forcing it to a positive slope and reclaiming a new high. All signs are looking for continuation for SPY futures here. Again, unless I see closures, and even if I do see closures below 4,700 here, I'm just going to be looking for a higher low to confirm potentially around the 4630 region. Did we just get a closure? Yeah, we did. Closed. Boom. Okay. Look at that. Extension. Come on. Give me the extension, boy. At the end of the day, though, change of behavior point is the current low. Right around 45 at 65 here. Any candle closure below that region, that's when the red flags start flying off. And I would be looking for the next targeted low, right around 4,500 even. But until then, man, structure looks great. Everything looks great in my opinion. Yeah, continuation is the name of the game. The one spot 272, again, 48.25 is kind of the target that I'm looking for. And when NASDAQ, SPY futures, Dow Jones are going up, I'm going to be looking for cryptocurrencies to follow suit here. Coming down, checking out the US dollar index, still consolidating. It's the same bullshit, but seeing momentum oscillators cool down while we remain in this consolidation phase tells me that potentially something big to the upside could be lurking. What could be going on for real? Same disposition remains, though, as it has been for, 2 weeks now? Holy shit, more than 2 weeks. Any candle closure above the resistance here, I will be looking for a whole $1 extension to the next level, right around 97 spots, 70. But on the flip here, we do have confirmation below the 21 exponential here. We do see momentum oscillators curling down again. RSI below the exponential, which is in a negative fashion here. Price action coming, to the downside, making RSI confirm new lows. Not the pinnacle of health and fitness here. Definitely not the picture of that. Lower high on stochastics, rejecting the bullish control zone. Boom, crashing below the 50 read right now. Again, we do see momentum oscillators turning one way while price action remains in consolidation. So the potential for a bullish reset while we're in this consolidation phase is very, 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 very possible. But at the same time, closures below the 21 exponential here, remaining below the 21 while the 21 obtains and achieves a negative slope here doesn't bode well, at least for the positive perspective. Again, it could happen one way or the other, but the most important thing that I'm looking at here is the 21 and then the next support level down. Again, we could support, right? We could support, bounce back above the 21 exponential here, but this is a confirmed break that we're looking at right now. So pressure is on, in my opinion, to the downside. Doesn't mean shit for the macro. At the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything, at least from my perspective, for the macro structure of this entire movement here. We do see this diagonal trend line of peace and prosperity. We can identify these lows here. Boom, support. Boom, support. Boom, support. We can find support easily right in this region once again. Again, if we do confirm some kind of breakdown, which in my opinion, it's possible. It's definitely possible. Anything is possible in this market, but that's why I'm planning, right? That's why I'm planning targets to the downside, and I have planned targets to the upside. While momentum oscillators do not look the healthiest, nor does price action, anything can happen. But again, the most important thing I'm looking at is, does $95, $95.85 break to the downside, or do we break the resistance at 96.70? That's what's going to make me, make a decision, right? Make me make a decision on whether this one comes to the upside or comes to the downside. Now, for scalpers, this is probably their fucking dream right now, especially Forex traders, probably, been scalping this entire region here since it started formulating. I'm not a scalper. I'm looking for that big move either to the upside or to the downside. That's what I have time for. And until something happens, it's consolidation until proven otherwise. Yes, we do have, again, that closure and confirmation below the 21 EMA here, but we do not see continuation through support or follow through, right? We don't have evidence of that yet, so it could just be a little bit of a fakey. Only time will tell. That's going to do it for the US dollar index here. Hall of Fame. God damn it. The Hall of Fame continuation. Again, you guys saw a nice little rounding bottom here. It had potential. Yes, I can't say that it didn't have potential, but guess what? Lower high. Another lower high has been confirmed. RSI clearly paints that picture, rejecting the negatively sloped exponential once again. This was never really confident-inducing momentum from RSI to begin with, so I was already skeptical that the possibility of rejecting resistance and continuing further down was much higher than not here. Again, the 21 exponential being my main critical factor here. It is what it is. As long as price action remains below that 21 exponential here, I have no reason whatsoever to be convinced that this one's going to move to the upside. And on the contrary here, even if we close above the 21 exponential here, I need to see a major change of behavior before I'm convinced of any continuation, at least for the medium or long term here. Again, that point still remains, in my opinion, the $2.17 region here, but you could argue that we did confirm a lower high here. This could easily be a change of behavior point as well. But again, I'm looking for confidence. I am looking for confidence here. Let me go ahead and change that up real quick. For now, we clean rejection today. Boom. Another lower high confirmed. New lows confirmed. I'm still eyeballing that $1.47 target. At the end of the day, that is still the name of the game for the Hall of Fame Village here. Again, at least from a trading perspective, from the investment side of this asset here, yeah, I am looking to scoop up more shares. I could be hearing a lot of shit from a lot of professional traders. This asset isn't shit. You should be trading this. You shouldn't be investing in it. But at the end of the day, it's the fucking NFL. And the NFL doesn't fail. They don't like to fail. So, I have hope for this asset. At least long, like extremely long, like 5 to 10 years. I have hope for this asset. this price action isn't swaying me. I haven't sold any of my shares. I'm currently, in the negative right now, with my shares, but I'll look to average down and scoop up as many shares as I possibly can, because again, this is more like a long-term 5 to 10 year investment for me. I want the project to get done. I want the project to start earning revenue, and hopefully we see a reflection of positive business in the Hall of Fame Village through their market prices. So that's it. I have nothing more to say. It's been the same thing since we broke the 21 here. Since we broke like below $4.20 and confirmed below. Excuse me. Oh, I was about to sneeze. Oh. I stated before, we broke the 21 here, confirmed below, downtrend initiated, especially after this little bit of a bull trap formulated here. Definitely looked positive. I think I remember there being a little bit of a trend line here in formation. Yeah, a little bit of a trend line here in formation, but ultimately broke, confirmed, downtrend continuation, and even more lower highs and lower lows just solidifies that factor for me. I am not bullish on this asset whatsoever until proven otherwise, and the only proof otherwise at this current moment in time would be reversal back above $2.17 in confluence with all momentum oscillators pointing to the north with real momentum. And on top of confirming a secondary closure above the 21. Until then, stochastics here, not looking to reject the bottom side of the bearish control zone in the bearish critical zone. Never a good sign. RSI, again, we did talk about that, rejecting the negatively sloped exponential. Boom, creeping a little bit more towards the bearish control zone once again. The evidence is there, man. The evidence of this one not looking too hot and not being the picture of health and fitness right now is definitely present. So until proven otherwise, I am looking for the stock market floor on the Hall of Fame. And that's kind of going to do it for the Hall of Fame right now. What else do I want to do today, ladies and gentlemen? I guess we can go ahead and get into cryptocurrency land real quick. This is what I'm excited about. I did take a position on Bitcoin here. Yeah, while it doesn't look, again, the greatest, I take my edge blindly. I take it blindly. And here are a couple of, indications here of why this is a little bit more of a weaker signal here. We do see stochastics already entering, looking to enter the bullish critical zone here. You see stochastics going boom. Well, price action is just kind of, it's a move. It's a tradable move, but this is kind of like, a show of strong momentum when price action hasn't reacted just as strong here. Now in a little bit of a short-term time frame consolidation right now, we have confirmed, new highs, but we are hitting a ceiling of resistance at the current moment in time. Right here, I would be very confident in saying even a 4-hour candle closure above, give me a second, this region here, $52,000, and even a 4-hour closure above $52,000 here will lead me to believe that we likely start entering back above that, major critical point that I've been paying attention to here. Being above the blue box territory and confirming a short-term time frame uptrend here. Very nice, very juicy indeed. But again, from a daily perspective here, it looks a little sideways, right? It looks a little sideways. Yes, as long as price action remains above the 21 EMA, I am going to be looking for, the next target to the upside, which has already been met, but guess what? Got rejected. The target overall that I'm looking at is right here at 53,300. 53,150. Any candle closure above $52,000 here, I will be looking for that next target at 53,175. Anything above there, we likely see this, absolution, resolution to the upside, absolution of confirmation of a new macro high or low. Again, we do have an uptrend here intact, still, remains intact, higher low after higher low, at least from a structural standpoint here. 1, 2, 3, and then, breakout. It can play like that here, but again, the most important thing that I want to see is continuation, right? I want to see continuation, and the reason why I'm a little weary on that is because stochastics is already very extended here without seeing very extensive price action movement to the upside. RSI still remains below the 50 right here. Yes, confirming new highs. Yes, confirming above the exponential here, but looking a little bit more on the So I would say with confidence, any candle closure below the 21 exponential, I'm going to be looking for tests of the current low at 46,545. Reasons being is because this likely confirms as a lower high yet again, and seeing a lower high, not delicious. And not only to mention, but we've seen a little bit of something like this in the past here. Here's a perfect example. We saw a break of the 21, confirmation of the 21, consolidation, fake out new lows. We've seen it before. So, you know, this could play out the same way. And we also got to look at the 21 here and realize it. Yes, it's positive, but it's not, you know, it's not this positive. It's not, you know, fucking slope straight to the north side. So there is a little weakness as far as this price action is concerned. I am a little concerned, although I did take profit already at the first tested target of 51,890-ish. I'm still managing my risk accordingly. I'm adjusting my stop loss constantly. I am paying attention to this price action because if it breaks, it's going to break to the downside. Again, if it breaks to the downside, it's really going to break to the downside, in my opinion. But if it breaks to the upside, likely the same results. You know, again, you know, above 53,150 here, I'm going to be looking for massive extension to the upside, 56,000. And the higher and higher that this goes, the more and more I'm going to be convinced that we're looking at, you know, a potential to see new all-time highs. But until then, I'm being weary. I am sticking to my trading rules with this one. We are above the 21. I did take a trade. I've already taken profit. I cannot complain about already taking profit. However, with that weakness, with that, you know, with a little sideways weakness looking action, I'm very prepared to pull this position at any given moment with any candle closure below the 21 here, because if we confirm a high, you know, realistically, you could say, you know, it's a lower high. Yes, technically a higher high on the daily. We've taken out 2 highs on the daily, but those are not significant highs in my opinion. This is kind of like that change of behavior point here. If we want to see this convert into an uptrend once again, that region being somewhere around 58,000. I do think we have enough for a trade. Obviously, I've already taken profit, but do we continue up, you know, to the upside, or do we get rejected and see this one crumble to the downside? Either way, I have a plan. And I'm ready to execute that plan at any given moment for Bitcoin here. Let's see. I want to check out Ethereum because I'm getting ready to start trading that a little bit. Ethereum actually looking a little bit weaker here. Still below the 50 read on RSI. Could break. Again, we are putting pressure on the 50 read here, and we are back above the exponential. But again, the possibility for yet another lower high in this region is not out of the question here. And if we do get a lower high, I would be looking for lower lows. Again, all the way back down to like 3,600. Yeah, 3,650 bucks, give or take a few bucks here. And not only that, but the 21 I think looks still negative here for Ethereum. Yeah, closing below the 21 here in 35 minutes is very possible, which would confirm a trade below. I would say very confidently any candle closure below $4,000 even will likely flag a lower high on RSI, and I would look for continuation below support to the next support, potentially confirming new lows. However, Bitcoin, you know, if Bitcoin continues its movement to the upside, this one likely does the same. We got to find some levels here. This would be a really good level right here. Boom. I'd be looking for that region here. If we do confirm back above the 21 exponential, actually, we need to take this level out here first. Any candle closure above 41.35. Then I would be, you know, led to believe maybe we see movement back up to 44.20. But again, if Bitcoin doesn't, it's very likely that Ethereum doesn't as well. I know my dude wants to see SHIB, you know, kind of the same thing here. If this one is going to see actual continuation, we're going to see it. This one actually already kind of confirming a little bit of a change of behavior, but I'm more convinced with, you know, the 4,900 Satoshi region here. Things get exciting, in my opinion, with any candle closure above this resistance at 4,900 Satoshis. Until then, is it possible we see movement towards that region? Yes. Is it possible that we reject and see continuation further down? Yes. Again, Bitcoin is in control of the general cryptocurrency market. There's obviously a couple of 1 or 2 spin-off coins here that do their own thing, but generally, if Bitcoin gets completely fucked, the rest of the cryptocurrency market follows suit. So, you know, I'm kind of eyeballing Bitcoin the most right now to see if we're going to, you know, confirm these macro higher lows and see new highs being confirmed at the same time. But if Bitcoin decides to confirm a lower high and continue to, you know, to lower lows, then the market as a whole, from the cryptocurrency perspective, gets a little bit more worrisome. So for now, For now, I'm just kind of watching Bitcoin. Oh man, got a little bit of a hair in my throat or something. Oh, what else do I want to look at here? Again, no requests. Maybe I throw in a couple of the stocks that I'm paying attention to here. These are stocks that I want to start trading on Webull. First one being Apple. And again, I look for stocks that have good 21 plays, right? And obviously, plenty of good 21 plays here. Explosive movements with Apple. I think my boy Corey actually convinced me to look at Apple a little bit, and it's on my trading list here. So I want to do, again, I want to be as open and transparent with you guys about what I'm doing in my career. I'm getting ready to split, my savings. I'm looking at a pretty decent raise for my day job, so I'm going to have more income coming through, which means I get to divide my income and put more into my savings. Once I hit a specific goal, a specific number in my savings account, I'm going to cut it in half. Boom. I'm going to put, that big lump sum of cash into a trading market and start going for those big profits, the profits that can pay my fucking bills, because I'm ready to be doing this at, at early ass hours in the morning. I'm ready to get, these streams for you guys. I'm ready to be retired. I'm just ready. I'm ready, but I think there's going to be a lot more work to do before that happens, and part of that is looking for, traditional assets that I can trade, something that I won't have to worry about trading, right? I can pay my taxes, I can, pay my dues and do all that fancy bullshit without any struggles, because it's not fucking cryptocurrency. So I'm getting my nose and I'm getting my feet wet into the stock market. Stock market. I've gotten a little bit of experience. I've traded AMC, I've traded MMAT, I've traded got a couple of others. Sundial, I think I've traded, but I'm looking for legitimate stocks that have legitimate 21 plays that I can take action on and be very, very, very confident here that will work for me. Trading. Apple is one of them. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at Apple. I do want to see what Apple's going for. It does look like it's going for new all-time highs. Apple is tied to NASDAQ. NASDAQ is a tech stock index. And boy, oh boy, NASDAQ, if NASDAQ goes for new all-time highs, man, I'll be looking for this asset to do the same. Any candle closure above 181.30. I will be looking for extension to the 1.272 Fibonacci extension target, right around 192.50. Again, assuming we confirm the breakout point as new tentative support in confluence with new all-time highs, yada, yada, yada. Momentum oscillators looking really good. It does look like we want to attempt a support of the bullish control zone. Again, just because we see a little bit of a break below it does not fully confirm it, right? Boom, we see price action coming back to the upside, re-entering the bullish control zone here, confirming re-entry is a good thing. Let me go ahead and get my other ones plotted on here. Boom. Now with Apple, you could argue that, yeah, maybe we see a huge consolidation range, just like NASDAQ, right? It's very possible that we do see that play out. But again, if NASDAQ does not follow suit with its consolidation and continues to new all-time highs, I have no reason to think otherwise for Apple here. Very, very, very beautiful entry position. Again, a late entry, but a very, very, or an addition point here for this 21 exponential moving average strategy on Apple here. We actually got confirmation back in October, the 15th of October. And yeah, you got, an exit signal, but at the same time, you got a higher low signal as well. So maybe, from an advanced perspective, you never pulled out. Maybe you took some, took some money off the table, but you never fully closed that position. Boom, you get continuation all the way back up. New all-time highs confirmed, and then a beautiful re-entry or addition to your trade point, bouncing off the 21 exponential. And you guys already know what I'm going to say. I'm going to say it a million times. As long as price action remains above the 21 exponential here, I am not looking for this to change behavior at all. We do have a new identified change of behavior point. Any closure below 167.80 here convinces me that the downside targets like 162 and 157 here are very, very, very likely. But until then, just like NASDAQ, I'm bullish. Microsoft is another one that I'm looking at here, looking a little bit more like NASDAQ. I actually haven't done any technicals on this chart just yet, but it looks eerily similar to NASDAQ here. So we're gonna go boop. We're gonna put some lines and stuff on this bad boy. Find some critical levels that are very important. There, easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Same thing as NASDAQ, hitting new lows technically, but guess what? Boom, reversal off of those new lows. This could be the macro higher low in confluence with this prior macro higher low that could be confirmed here. I'd be very, very, very confident with any new all-time highs that this one likely continues as well, which means I need to get my Fibonacci extension tool out and plot the points here, find out what the fucking target's going to be to the upside. Boom, here it is. Wide open. There's the door. Enter it. Here we go. Candle closure above the 21, followed by confirmation above the 21. That's enough for me to take a trade. That is enough for me to take a trade. Boom. I don't have any money, right? I don't have any money in a traditional trading platform yet, so I technically missed out on all the trades that I'm telling you about right now for the assets that I'm looking at. But boy, oh boy. 21, man, very, very, very clean entry right here. Yeah, you're just a little bit of above the 21, so your risk management might be a little tight. Traditional stock market, I am going to mitigate my risk to like 1% because typically speaking, not as violent as cryptocurrencies here. I'd probably not be too unhappy with a 2% stop loss below the 21 on entry, but entry we got, follow through we got, looking for new highs. Again, if we do confirm those new highs, I'm looking for new all-time highs, right? And the same thing here, if we do reject and come back below the 21 exponential, I'm just going to continue to call this a range, a consolidation period until either the upside or the downside breaks. Now, why am I confident for the upside here? RSI, boom, same thing as NASDAQ here, bouncing off the 50 read once again, back above the exponential here, forcing that exponential to a positive slope. I like it. It's juicy. Stochastics here, bouncing off the bearish control zone, which I haven't marked yet. Boom. Beautiful clean bounce off the bearish control zone. Looking for a potential test of the 50 read here. If we get follow through, right? If we get continuation to new all-time highs and we break the 50 read on both just our stochastics. If we break the 50 read on stochastics, that's just going to add more confidence to the upside momentum, the realism of this momentum behind this asset right now. But overall, I'm confident, just like the rest of the market, it's continuing to the upside. If we see continuation in NASDAQ, we likely see it here on Microsoft as well. AMD is the next one I want to look at. Boom, another confirmation trade on the 21 exponential here, but this one being a little bit more tricky. We do have a little bit of a liquid zone to be be wary of here. Let's go ahead and get some more levels. Oh, look at that. We got a bunch of levels that don't fucking matter. Holy shit. You have that tight level that does matter in my opinion. All right, I'm looking for major points. Boom. There we go. So for AMD, yeah, another entry point. We actually got the entry here on the 22nd. Boom, confirmation above the 21 exponential. 21 exponential goes back to a positive slope. We see follow through continuation. I am going to be looking for entry into this little bit of a liquid zone here at 157.18. Between that point and 163.80. Where I see continuation, though, to be quite honest with you, again, is new all-time highs here. Any closure above new all-time highs, we're going to have to start playing with fibs. Any closure above, 163, we'll just call it 164 here. With confirmation, I would be looking for continuation to the 1.272, somewhere around 180 bucks, which very tradable. Very, very, very tradable. Very take profity here. Again, when I do look at Fibonacci extension levels here, and that price action gets met, you better bet your bottom dollar on putting a take profit at that extension target here, right? Why not? Right now, a lot of people are going to anyway. Take some profit. If you do see price action continue to that point, take profit, man. It's so important to take profit and manage your risk. It's ridiculous. You do not want to leave money on the table. That is not how you become consistently profitable over a period of time. If you don't take profit, if you don't manage your risk, what are you doing, right? What are you doing? Getting lucky? If you do secure a big gain, getting lucky, you gotta take profits, man, because you never know what's gonna happen. You never know if price action hits the 1.272 that it's really gonna blast through it or even last very long near that region here. So we could easily hit a stop and a reversal point all the way back down to the breakout point to confirm a higher low. Never assume that things are just gonna go up infinitely forever. That's not how the market works. That's gonna do it for Apple, and Nvidia is the last one I'm gonna look at for today. Again, same thing. A lot of these assets are tied to the NASDAQ index. You can get a general feel of what's really going on in the tech stocks here by looking at NASDAQ. But here, we got ourselves a beautiful signal. Got ourselves a beautiful potential here. What did we get? Is this... I don't know. See, I don't know. This one technically closed above. So we do have confirmation. We do have a trade here on a NVIDIA here. Beautiful signals bouncing off the bearish control zone. Boom. Looking to escape the bearish control zone, and did. Nice. Signal number 1 confirmed. Signal number 2 bounce off the 50 read with a cross above the exponential, and the exponential has been forced back to a positive slope while confirming a new high on RSI. Signal number 2 confirmed. Signal number 3 confirmed. Open and closure above the 21 after a break. Boom. Signal number 3 confirmed. I'm going to be looking for extension to the top side of this range here, right around a 334. Any closure above there, guess what? You guessed it. You know it. Fibonacci extensions, boy. Fibonacci extensions. Try to keep this shit as simple as possible. Keep it simple, stupid. Why make trading any harder than it has to already be? Trading is already fucking near impossible to do, but if you simplify it, you come up with your own, you come up with your own trading strategy. You find a trading strategy that suits your desires here, and then you work on mastering that strategy. Trading becomes kind of like the back of your hand, man. Again, that's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but at the same time, the way I was trading my first couple of years, ladies and gentlemen, wasn't fucking good. I was only hurting myself. I was doing too much, and I wasn't managing risk. Once I identified that I needed to manage risk, that I needed to take profits, that I needed to do all these extra steps that I wasn't including in my trading, my trading rule book, the whole game changed for me. So, take your fucking profits and manage your risk, man. Get your money. Don't leave your money on the table. That's money. That's you can buy food with that money. You can buy stuff with that money. You can support your life with that money, man. Come on, take profits. That's pretty much it, though. Again, it looks just like NASDAQ. What's going on, Chris? If you got a request, man, I would drop it now because this is the end of the stream. If anybody's got any requests, anything they want me to look at, drop it in the comment section, like right now, because I'm getting ready to wrap this bad boy up. I got some more cleaning stuff to do in the kitchen. We're hanging some new shelves and stuff in the kitchen, and getting a little bit of like setting up a little bit of a coffee bar. We're batshit about coffee, so I got some work to do after this. So I'm getting ready to wrap it up. I'll give you 30 or 40 seconds to do so. Yeah. Mana Annex. There we go. All right, let's check out Mana. USD, probably the same disposition as Bitcoin here. Yeah, same disposition as Bitcoin. If Bitcoin decides to go up, Mana likes to do this, likely does the same thing here, but we do have a confirmation entry on the 21, and look at that, you got a perfect fucking trade right there. Like, you got a perfect fucking entry right there. It doesn't get any more juicy and perfect than that. Nice little break above the 21 exponential here on the 22nd. Boom, the 23rd. Yeah, we close on the 21, but guess what? Per the trading rules, we are above the 21. That is a secondary open and closure above the 21. You enter, and right off the bat, you're in the profit. Right off the fucking bat, you're in the profit here. Mitigate your risk 2% below. Boom. Yeah, you're still in. You're entered. You're still in. You're holding support. Continuation. I am going to be looking for continuation to like $4.35. Again, assuming Bitcoin does the same, right? Bitcoin continues to the next, take profit level. Again, stochastics looks really overextended here for a move that isn't that extended in my opinion. This could be a little bit of a show of false momentum. Look at that boom, right? You look at stochastics do this and you're like, man, price action must have continued in a very dramatic fashion. And then you come over to price action and you're like, well, it's a little bit of a false show of momentum, right? That's kind of what cryptocurrency is going through right now. Yes, we could be sitting on macro higher lows, but it's kind of weak right now. The movement's kind of weak, right? So, looking at RSI, though, we are above the 50 read. There is a vote of confidence for Mana above the 50 read, and the exponential has been forced to a positive slope after this rounding bottom formation. I do like that signal that has confirmed in confluence with a secondary closure above the 21 here. But again, the stochastics has me a little worried that maybe this momentum isn't true momentum. So it's very important to pay attention to the 21, because if we do close below the 21 exponential here, I am going to be very confident that this will be flagged as a lower high in confluence with the current all-time high, and I would be looking for targets much lower than the current lows here. I'd actually be looking for this to get tested first, right down at $3.06, $3.05, something like that. And any candle closure below there, you can see the green space all the way down to $2.50. So it's very important that if this is to be bullish, that it starts taking action and starts, continuing that trend sooner rather than later, at least for cryptocurrency's sake, especially Bitcoin. And until then, I'm kind of just waiting. Again, trade. You had your trade, you had your perfect entry here on the 23rd. If you entered perfectly on the 21 on the 23rd, you know the rule. As long as price action remains above the 21 exponential, I am going to be looking for continuation, regardless of what the momentum oscillator says. Price action wins the game in confluence with the 21. So we are above the 21 exponential here on most cryptocurrencies. I am going to be looking for, and I am biased for continuation to the upside. But if we revert to the downside back below the 21, all of my upside biases and plans will be null and void, and I will have to start looking for targets lower. And again, that's in confluence with Bitcoin. ANAX. ANAX is going to be the last one we do for the day. ANAX. Is that a crypto? ANAX. I think he meant AVAX. I think you meant AVAX, brother. AVAX. Yeah. I think you meant to say AVAX. ANAX isn't a thing. This one confirming new highs. Could be looking for a little bit of a higher low formation here, but we need to stop rejecting current resistance. As long as we're below that resistance here at, 120, I'm going to be looking for pressure to be applied upon the 21. Any closure below the 21 leads me to believe downside momentum towards the next target here. Right around 97.35 is likely the next target, but guess what? The macro trend is still intact as long as AVAX remains above $79.17 here. That is the change of behavior point. It wouldn't be out of the question to see a pull all the way back into this support at 96.91 to confirm a higher low. And if that condition is met, I would be looking for new all-time highs. But confirming a high here, putting pressure on the 21 doesn't look really looking really good. Right, as far as the short-term time frames are concerned, we do see RSI here kind of just chopping a little bit, putting a lot of pressure on that exponential, forcing it to a negative slope. Ooh, crossing it, actually. Crossing below the exponential here. Not confirmed, at least not for another 17 minutes, but I would look for this to kind of range out a little bit more. And if we are to continue, at the bare minimum, we need to hold that 97.65 support level here. And if that condition is to be met, I would be looking for extension. Stochastics giving you a little bit of a warning signal that maybe downside continuation is likely the outcome of this formation right now, with a re-entry out of the bear or the bullish critical zone into the bullish control zone. So we do have a couple of signals, suggesting a little bit of momentum weakness here. The most important thing here is if we hold the 21 or not. If we don't, do we hold $97? If we don't, then we're going to be testing them. We're going to be seeing tests to those, current macro lows at $79 here. But any closure on new all-time highs, man. The next target's still the 2.272 Fibonacci extension right around 164.45 here, but until we see a breakout point here above the current all-time high, that's a little well and far away. So that's kind of going to do it for AVAX, you guys, and that's kind of going to do it for the stream. Thanks for coming along. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tick that little bell. We are focused on the shorter term and medium term time frames right now. The macro for everything we looked at still seems to be intact, but if that becomes a threat at any given point, we will definitely cover it. And that's going to wrap it up. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. And until next time, everybody, this has been a beautiful pleasure. Thank you for watching the Blackfire Technical Analysis YouTube channel. Stay safe, stay savvy, happy, and stay healthy. Peace out. Oh, shit, wait. Can you do VeChain as well? I got a comment right at the very last second here. This will be the last. This one will be the last one. VVT, USD, VeChain. This one doesn't look as good, but we do have a macro uptrend in formation here. Your lows right here and your lows right here. I would say very confidently. Oh shit! I don't even need that. I would say very confidently. Oh my god! Delete, please. Thank you. Let's get these horizontals back out. I haven't done this one in a long time. I think we're currently fucking around with the resistance, right? Yeah, we're putting pressure here. Again, same thing as Bitcoin, stagnant above the 21 exponential, although we have seen continuation, perfect entry on the 21 for this asset as well. But again, the same thing with stochastics, very overextended here without seeing extended price action right now. but the disposition still remains. Any closure above what, 9? We'll just call it 10 cents here. Any closure above 10 cents, I'll start looking for new levels to the upside. I'd actually be eyeballing this target right here. With closures above 9 cents, somewhere around 11.5 cents maybe to the upside, and same thing for the opposite. If we continue to reject and confirm a lower high and see closures below the 21 here, I would be looking for a pull all the way back into the current macro low at 7.5 cents. Momentum is there, but again, a show of strength here without seeing actual strength in the price action is a little worrisome here. We do see RSI still below the 50 read, but again, this is more of a strong signal than not. So that's why planning comes in, because sometimes when you watch a chart, you're going to see conflicting signals between stochastics and RSI. You cannot let stochastics and RSI be the main, determining factor of your trading decisions here. We do have an edge. We do have an entry point on the 21 here. The 21 is positive, and we are seeing continuation and follow through here. So I would take the edge blindly, regardless of what momentum oscillators say. But when momentum oscillators say something that I am not a fan of here, obviously I'm going to be extra on my game when it comes to risk management, taking profits and getting out when it doesn't look the way I want it to look. So that's kind of going to do it for AVAX, or not AVAX. I keep thinking AVAX, VeChain, and that's going to do it for the stream. I already did my